सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोऽस्तुते।
Hello, all of you. Good evening. Hopefully all volume, everything is okay. I can see the chat, but I have put it on mute. So if you can message, you all are live with me with the question paper. Suggested answer is uploaded in the app and we are discussing it now also. Very good evening to all of you. Okay. Now we are together here for the coming 30 minutes to discuss the chapter-wise booster exam. Quality good papers are prepared already for covering your MCQs, your concepts, your theory questions for DT, IDT and costing. And for every exam, I'll just share, this is the timetable. So according to this, just prepare your schedule. Here we go. Yes, we have completed the basics exams. Here we are right now. And Saturday is the residential status exam. Okay, whenever is the exam, the day before that evening, 6 o'clock only, the question paper is uploaded in the app. Along with this, already playlist is there where DT practice batch videos are there for residential status. One-shot revision videos are also there. So prepare from that. If you have any doubt, you can ask in the challengers and Telegram group where you are connected. So even the residential paper, status paper, we will be discussing in a live class on Saturday. Okay. So make sure that Friday evening, that is 26th evening only, 26th evening from 6 p.m. you can write residential status. There's not going to be any one-shot revision lecture and detailed practice batch for residential status along with 2 PDFs for DT and IDT compiler. All this is given to you in the Telegram. So let us complete the discussion for this paper. The reason of discussing this paper live is so many of you have joined live now. Hats off. I'm literally saying it takes daring to write chapter-wise exam. However, well you have prepared. Today's topic is very easy. It's the basic, the tax rates, the marginal relief and the agricultural income, for which already one-shot video is there, link is there. So I'm just going to check. I've already checked the papers, the one which have been uploaded in concept classes exams@gmail.com. Now, you know, the reason of taking this live is to motivate all of you to prepare it systematic. I gave you 2 days time. Saturday we were together in the costing one-shot revision. Then I said, prepare the basics, 2 days time, write the exam, upload it. Now today, after this live, just immediately after this, start your preparation for residential status. Do written practice with the practice batch. In practice batch, important booster notes, concepts I'm making you write with a different colored pen. वैसे ही लिखो. And then watch one-shot revision video. And today is Wednesday. Saturday, you have residential status exam. Friday, 6 p.m. onwards for all those who are working. those who want to write Saturday morning, afternoon, Fridays, Saturday 7 p.m. we will discuss the residential status paper also. Like this, पढ़ाई भी साथ में हो रही है, chapter wise exam लिखने से. अच्छा, those who have written and uploaded the exam, so many of you, Jalaluddin, Anusha, Rishabh, all of you are live now with me. You please put your experience in comment box. Irrespective of what marks you get, dare to write the exam. I'm giving you first my feedback that will give you headstrong solid mindset for the final exam. Okay, this is the way we have to read, this is the way we have to present, and that gives the mindset for the final exam. You can put your experience how it was, right? Okay. And tomorrow, that is Thursday, we are having one shot revision. We are taking for costing live in YouTube. Cost sheet is already completed. Tomorrow, we are going to do material chapter. Okay, one more last thing before I start. Costing practice batch is available in the Concept Classes app. DT and IDT detailed practice batch for September, December, January 25 exam is available in the YouTube. So you watch the practice batch, you write the chapter wise exam, you clear your doubts with Dipti ma'am. Today also 2 students have got the slot. Please check your DMs after we complete this. 1-to-1 who have enrolled for the test series for the practice batch. It is very important to talk 1-to-1 so that exactly, otherwise online class mein, I'm not seeing your faces also every day, hai na? Practice batch. So hope all this helpful. Any more suggestion is there? You look at the timetable. By 8th of September, chapter wise preparation, chapter wise exam will be completed. Along with this, how to do the other 2 subjects. I am taking care of taxation, costing. How to do accounts and law also, I will sync in the timetable and help you 1-to-1. For that and any doubts and all, just put 9290065156. Don't give a call on this number. No one will pick up. My team is working. They're doing a lot of typing work, honestly, I'm telling you. Typing work, other work, lot of things are going on. So if they are there free, they will pick up. Otherwise, you put a message, you'll surely get a reply. All right, here we begin with the chapter-wise exam. Question paper is there. I gave in Telegram and in WhatsApp. And how many of you are not having the print of the question paper? ऐसे मत करो. Preferably, please take a printout of the question paper in the app. There is one page where you can download offline and take a printout. Okay, right? So that will help you. Suggested answer is also there in the app itself. You can check. Let us now start the discussion. Any doubts you have, keep commenting here. Okay, right. What do we do? Already question paper is there with you. Hope you all have solved. So directly going to take up the answer. Okay, right. Let us start with MCQs. Answer sheet है सबके पास. Red color का pen है अपना अपना. I have here also downloaded some answer sheets, but I think this is live class. Students will like or not that I'm showing their answer sheets. तो आप अपने अपने answer sheets correct करो. Those who have mailed me till today 4 o'clock, all downloads I'm having immediately after this we will discuss. Chalo. Income Tax Act. The MCQs are there. You just have to write the answer. No reasoning is required. Okay. Now for CMA students, absolutely just write the answer. For CA students, in case studies, MCQs, I would say in your answer sheet have a rough work. Because the case studies 4 MCQs answer is linked. The first one is giving you total income. The second one is giving you ATC deduction. The third one, say this is GTI. The third one answer is total income. So you will need all the figures. Is it clear to all of you? Right. Income tax extends to whole of India. Okay. Now, after the changes which have been made in Jammu and Kashmir, Leh, Ladakh, all, but Income Tax Act extends to whole of India. The circulars which are issued by CBDT. CBDT is the highest governing authority who governs the Income Tax Act 1961 and 1962 rules in India. So CBDT circulars, they are binding to SSC, Income Tax Authority, any authority, all the above, Income Tax Authority. It's an internal clarification for them. And if it is a notification, it is applicable to both. For example, they came up with a notification that if there is a deductor and deductee, I have to deduct TDS of deductee. So if the deductee is not giving say PAN number, then even if the TDS rate is 2%, I will deduct the TDS at 20% if the deductee is not giving the PAN details. Is this clear to all of you? Yeah, those who are watching live now, question paper is already there in the Telegram and even in the WhatsApp group, but beta sirf sunne se nahi hoga. You have to attempt it and then check the paper. That will take you to a next feeling. But initially, please listen to me carefully. Those who have written the exam, those who thought will write but could not write, always there will be a resident. क्या तो फर्क पड़ेगा लिख के? मैं extra पढ़ ही लेती हूँ. I'll read more. I'll read more. Instead of September, December, if the exam is postponed to May 25, still the time won't be enough. So there will be many excuses coming in your mind and they are genuine. What will happen? Array, I'll check with Dipti ma'am now, why to write this, that, all. But those who have written here can share their feedback that, okay, whatever marks you have got, but how was your experience? And dare to overtake that and write, then you will take it to next level for sure. Chalo. AOP is what? Association of person. It consists of only individuals, persons other than individual, both the above, none, all. And body of individuals. See, body of individuals is A, B, C coming together, working on a joint venture. It's not a partnership. They came together, they have put up stalls of, say, crackers on Diwali, and then they vanished. Bye bye. So, who are these people? Body of individuals. But A, Mr. B ka HUF and a CD partnership firm. Now, this is a partnership firm. This is HUF. These kind of persons coming together and doing any activity, they will be taxed as what? AOP, Association of Persons. Next, a new business was set up on 5th of October and it commenced business from January 24. Setting up business is different and actually starting it is different, right? The first previous year in this case shall be what? 5th October onwards or January onwards or the whole financial year 23-24 or assessment year 24-20. So 5th October, the day you set up your business will start. But had the same question being asked for depreciation, I purchased the asset on 1st October, but I have put to use on 1st January, then depreciation will be allowed on 1st January. Is it okay, dear students, if I tell you little extra things over here? They can twist and ask. Hope you all are not getting confused. And how is the speed? Are you all following everything? Okay, very nice concept of surcharge. Okay, surcharge on income tax is payable by domestic company other than referred in 115 BAA and all, which are, just go 15% tax. So now, surcharge is applicable for domestic company. What is the tax rate? 30%. Surcharge is 5% if the income exceeds 10 lakhs, 5% if the income exceeds 1 crore, and 10% if the income exceeds 10 crore, 7% if income exceeds 1 crore and 12%, and 5%. Okay, so what is the surcharge applicable? For domestic company, the basic tax rate is 30%. Up if the income exceeds 1 crore, surcharge is 7%. If the total income exceeds 10 crore, surcharge is 12%. For foreign company, the basic tax rate is only high, 40%. So surcharge rate is 2% and 5%. If you are having the printout or if you want to write these notes, आपके पास DT compiler होगा, ये add on करते रहो, so that again you can revise. 1 minute, and dear students, wait. Thank you for waiting. Chalo, next. Surcharge is payable by whom? All the excesses except foreign company, individuals and HUFs, a company, domestic company, or all the SSEs. Surcharge is payable by all the SSEs. That's what we have discussed in the first DT lecture. Surcharge is payable by all the SSEs. Individual if the income exceeds 50 lakhs. For others, 1 crore. Okay, like that it is applicable to all. Surcharge is payable on income or on tax plus cess or none of the above. Then always I give this funda. If you want, you write down. On total income, gross total income minus the deductions, total income. On total income, you calculate tax, slab rates, flat rate, whatever it is. On tax, you have to pay surcharge. Is this clear? So just now when I said 7% surcharge for domestic company, not on the income of the domestic company, on the tax of the domestic company. I hope you are getting things clarified. I'm not here, itna bhi nahi malum ye wo. This is a safe place. You all have written the exam. You all have watched the DT practice batch. If still things are not clear, clarify now. Put your doubts. I can see all of you in the chat box. Yeah? Right. So tax is calculated on total income. Surcharge is calculated on tax. And on tax plus surcharge, we have cess 4%. So ma'am, if along with tax surcharge is there, surcharge pe bhi cess lagega? Yeah, it is like that. So surcharge is payable on what? Tax. Surcharge is payable on tax. Tax on total income. See, this is a very beautiful format. You can write and keep. I need some feedback or some comment in the chat box. The way we are checking the paper, is it clear? Yeah. MCQs were good. The way you all attempted. Presentation was also really good. But thoda special income, special rate mein some of you have done mistake. I'll clarify now. Maximum amount of basic exemption for a non-resident individual above 80 years. This is like, a blunt answer, dear students. Immediately when we see above 80 years, 5 lakh basic exemption. Nothing given means we'll assume that he has come out of the default tax regime. You may be having doubt. Ki ma'am, default, what is default tax regime? Section 115 BAC. And what is your normal or old tax regime? 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, 5 lakh to 10 lakh, and so on. Don't talk anything about the budget which came yesterday. I don't want you to get confused till your exams. So now, this is a very tricky question, often asked in MCQs and case studies. तो इसको KitKat खिलाओ, 5-star खिलाओ, Dairy Milk खिलाओ, सब खिला दो. Now listen all of you. For non-residents above 60 years, 3 lakh basic exemption. Above 80 years, 5 lakh basic exemption is NA, not applicable. Clear to all of you? Right. Thank you. Thank you for all your response, dear students, that it is all clear until now. This is a very beautiful MCQ 9th one, that if a person is above 80 years, but if he is a non-resident, basic exemption will be 2,50,000. No. 3 lakh wala, 5 lakh wala is applicable only to resident individuals. Okay? Right. Health and education cess is applicable on tax or tax plus surcharge? Dono. Tax plus surcharge on both cess is applicable. My intention of discussing the paper in live class is, first, when I correct and give individually, pata nahi kab open karte hain, I don't know. So that tempo is lost. Sometimes when I give you suggested, you correct it yourself, you don't revert back ki how many marks you got. So now this is basically common mistake students are doing. Abhi I'll come to marginal relief agricultural income. So you be careful, dear students. See, none of the students listening to me are not hardworking. ऐसा नहीं है. उनको knowledge नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. but it is income tax. This is not format based accounts. This is not costing. Costing may the steps are important. Income tax, it's a wider basket. So you have to dig deep. If you know how to calculate marginal relief, yeah, ma'am, I did it correct. When I say it will not come right, you know what students do? Common mistake. They calculate marginal relief tax on 1 crore, 1 lakh with cess. 1 crore with cess. Gaya, answer gone. You have to calculate the marginal relief and the other taxes and all. Last, after marginal relief, whatever final tax you pay to government, cess lagega. This is maths. Now this will come by practice. Shall I say again agricultural income bhi aisa hai? When I come to that point, I'll say. Okay? Chalo. Next now. So MCQs are over. I want some answers in the chat box. Be honest. Don't worry what others are thinking. Their certificate is not important. कितने मिले बेटा आपको MCQs में? टोटल करो. खुद का पेपर करेक्शन की है ना, टोटल चैट बॉक्स में लिखो. 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Yesterday, I talked with one student who cleared the exam after 12 years. Oh my God. Ma'am, kya fayda itne saal ye? See, everyone is having their story. And with due respect to rank holders, I'm literally saying there's so much to learn from these kind of people who fail, who dare to talk and then to pass. Of course, rank holders also have their own strategy, but that is 10%. What about the 90% students who fail and pass, or who struggle and clear in first attempt? But this, that, jo bhi hai. So there's lot. Great. Very good, very good, very good. And trust me, dear students, I have failed at 196, 2 MCQs, and I should have cleared my CA in 1999 instead of 2000, January. तो सोचो अभी ये out of 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, that is after watching the practice batch and after watching the one shot revision videos and after trusting me. That's one of the main thing. It's not that I'm boosting anything about myself. Of course, I take lot of efforts in setting the paper. You see the paper of residential status. Easy come, tough come, everything. Yeah, but appreciate it so much that out of this 2 MCQs also come, you will be like smiling in that case in the exam, right? Chalo. This answer was very well written by all of you, but one of you asked me the question that should we write sections? In income tax, if you code the section correctly, it's an added advantage, but there is no minus. There is no minus. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. So now this was a very simple question. Give any 5 cases where previous years is taxed in the same year income. So previous year and assessment year is same. What are those 5 cases taught to you in the basics? Assessment of income of a non-resident from shipping business. Okay. So any foreign ship coming from America to India, unloading and loading and going to Sri Lanka. Can we say, ship abhi to chale jao, please come in July and file your return and pay the tax? No, the port will not give them the TCS, tax clearance certificate, unless they pay the tax. Followed all of you? So that is one case where previous year is equal to assessment year. Second is a person leaving India without intention to return. I am going permanently to Australia. I am not going anywhere out of India. बस ऐसे बोल रही हूँ, नहीं जाना है. तो suppose I am going permanently out of India on 12th August 2023. Then the government will say 1st April to 2023 August, whatever you have earned, pay the tax and leave the country. We can't say, no, Dipti ma'am, abhi to jao. After 31st March 2024, please come to India or online file your return, pay the tax. No. Followed. Assessment of AOP, BOI, AJPs, artificial judicial person, formed for a particular event and purpose. I already gave you an example. Okay. Me, Anusha, and say Rama Lakshmi, 3 of us, we have put up the Rakhi stall. Okay. And we did a huge profit. We divided and dispersed. Now government is saying, oh, three of you have done the business together. No, 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 not slab rate. Pay the tax 30% flat partnership. I said, no, I didn't enter any partnership with Anusha and Ramalakshmi. Now what will you be taxed? You will be taxed as body of individuals. So in case of co-legates, co-heirs, trustees, this is applicable. So they have to file their return. Assessment of a person trying to transfer his asset with a view to avoid tax. Someone is trying to evade the tax. Asset छुपा रहे, property छुपा रहे, there's a raid. So they are asked to pay the tax there itself. Followed. Assessment of a discontinued business. When the business is closed, surrender. You know that business has a separate PAN card and proprietor has a separate PAN card, right? So if you want to close the business, surrender the PAN card, then please take it and pay the tax and go. So these are the 5 reasons. If you write title properly and you're able to explain in one line also, you will get 5 out of 5 marks. Okay, now one thing I want to say, you all should know this funda that special income, special rates. Like casual income 30%, long-term capital gain 20%, short-term on shares 15%, and normal income, normal rate. Yeah, and then rebate is also given to you. Okay, right. So calculate the income tax liability in given cases. Okay, all the 3 cases you have to calculate the normal income tax liability. That is the old or normal tax regime. If they opt for default tax regime, they'll give you. Okay, right. Yeah, actually not specified. You can assume default tax regime, but they are giving clarifying. Don't worry. Okay. So L is a 32 years resident, 3,40,000 is income, excluding long-term capital gain. And long-term capital gain is on sale of vacant land. So vacant land pe kitna tax hai? 20%. That is 3,000. And on 3,40,000. Okay. Right. 3,40,000 पे कितना टैक्स लगेगा देखो 2,50,000 nil 250 to 340 90,000 कैलकुलेटर उठाओ 90,000 पे 5% that comes to 4,500 and 3,500 so 7,500 but because his income is less than 5 lakhs he will get a rebate up to 12,500. Okay, right. So then, ma'am, the income is 7,500. Then why you are giving the rebate only 4,500? Because long-term capital gain rebate is not applicable. Long-term capital gain पे rebate नहीं मिलता. So long-term capital gain tax you'll have to pay with 4% says 3120. If you have done this much, give yourself 5 marks. If you have calculated these 2 tax correctly, but rebate se galat ho gaya, then 1 mark here and 1 mark here, 2 marks. Because agar rebate galat hai, to balance galat hai, cess galat hai, final galat hai. So only 2 marks. Are you getting a good feeling of how we should do the paper correction? I know nothing to do with all of you, but that gives you a very good mindset. Even in my face-to-face classes, so many times I say to students, आज आप ही paper correct करोगे. चलो. Mrs. M, aged 72 years. Okay, 60 and above, senior citizen. Non-resident, waste. Non-resident, no seniority, nothing. 3,30,000. Okay. 10,000 from sale of listed shares. STT paid. On listed shares, if there is long-term capital gain, it is exempt up to 1 lakh. You all know listed shares, mutual fund on which security transaction tax is paid are exempt up to 1 lakh. तो इस पे तो कोई tax नहीं है. 330 पे normal tax लगेगा आपका. 250 तक nil, remaining 80,000 पे 5% 4,000. Ma'am, why you will not give rebate? rebate under section 87A is not allowed to whom it is not allowed? 87A का rebate किसको allowed नहीं है? Non-resident को. और basic exemption even though is 72, it will not be 3 lakh and 5 lakh, 250 होगा. आ गया. चलो. Any doubt? Is my speed fine? Now he's 89 years, he's resident, 590, 60,000 from sale of agricultural land. So agricultural land is not an asset. So capital gain lagega hi nahi, it's exempt. And out of 590, 89 years resident, 5 lakh income kya hogi? Exempt. 90,000 pay straight 20% tax. That is 18,000. Yeah. And on that says 4%. 18,000, 4%, 720. Okay. All reasoning is given. Yes, this was earlier. So nice. I wanted someone to ask this question. Ki, ma'am, rebate under 87A is not available only from long-term capital gain under section 112A. No, last year there has been an amendment. Please give me 2 minutes. I'll share the compiler. क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा point है. 2 minutes लगेंगे. I'll clear it. You all have the printout of DT compiler. Just wait 2 minutes. This point should be clarified better. One second, screen sharing. I don't know. Why is it going to pause? Yeah, just it's a very nice point. And when you do mistake like this, no, hope you are able to see the screen. दिख रहा है सबको? Special income, special rate. See, so many 14, 15 problems we have just practiced for the. No, why DT compiler and IDT compiler are available in the Telegram. I've been putting, scroll up and take a printout. So many years of hard work and booster notes I have put in this. Like in minutes you will get the things. और कितने पेज का है देखो, hardly 300 pages का है DT and then IDT and custom. One second, dear students. 7 lakh tak rebate is for the default tax regime. Okay, I think I've given it in the capital gain. I'll clarify. I'll send the picture. You all are there in challenges group. One picture I have sent for the long-term capital gain, which is exempt. Okay. And even highest rate of the surcharge will be 15%. See, clearly I have given here. It will be 15% only for short-term capital gain on shares 111A, long-term capital gain on shares 112A, dividend income and other long-term capital gain. In all these 4 cases, the highest rate of the surcharge, your income could be 2 crores or 20 crores, it will be 15% only. Okay? Right? Okay. I'll clarify the one doubt what you are saying for the first one. Now, marginal relief. Okay, this is default. Compute the tax liability for a female resident 40 years where her total income is 2 crore and 50,000 comprising of business income, and she opts for default tax regime. So in default tax regime, the tax rates are like this: up to 3 lakh nil, 3 lakh to 6 lakh 5%, 6 lakh to 9 lakh. This is 3 lakh के ऊपर 10%, 9 lakh to 12 lakh 15%, 12 lakh to 15 lakh 20%, and above 15 lakh 30%. Okay. So suppose your income is 2 crore 50,000. So 3 lakh nil. Next 3 lakh 5% 15,000. Next 3 lakh 30,000. Next 3 lakh 45,000. Next 3 lakh 20% 60,000. And out of 2 crore and 50,000, 15 lakhs you minus on remaining 30%. Now, because the income exceeded 2 crores, the surcharge for individual is how much? 50 lakhs to 1 crore. It is 10%. 1 crore to 2 crore. Okay, it is 15%. 2 crore and above, it is 25%. So, सीधा 25% surcharge लगाओ and calculate the tax. I want to repeat, if you have attempted this question, write in your notebook without cess. मैम मैंने सेस के साथ मार्जिनल रिलीफ कैलकुलेट किया, गॉन, आंसर इज गॉन. Now, tax payable up to 2 crore. If I would have not received this 50,000 extra, my income would have been, tax would have been this. And instead of 25%, I would have paid 15% surcharge up to 2 crore of income. So 15% surcharge on tax is coming to this. How much excess tax I am paying? 5,88,000. Just because how much excess I have earned above 2 crore 50,000. Now this is logically wrong. Just because I am earning 50,000 extra, I am paying 5,88,750 extra tax. This is illogical. I want a relief. Whatever extra I have earned about 2 crore 50,000, leke jao. Bye bye. I say these dialogues so that you don't have to buttify the steps. You can do. Calculate the tax on 2 crore 50,000 without cess. Calculate the tax on 2 crore. What you get, you call it excess tax. Next is excess income. Now, just because I got excess income of 50,000, I am paying 5,88,750 excess tax. So I want a relief. But this relief will be given from here. I think this answer came correct for most of you. Please comment. Putting a lot of energy in paper setting, in paper correction, so that जो एक ही माइनस पॉइंट है कि मैम एग्जाम के पहले ब्लैंक हो जा रहा, 85 मार्क्स का ही पेपर लिखा, स्पीड नहीं आई, ब्ला ब्ला, all will go if you attempt these booster exams. Link is there in the app. But आप बोलो, those who did correct till here, I've seen answer sheets with this answer and I was happy to see. Finally, after relief, what you get on that, you add ESES. So you will get the tax payable. Now tell me, dear students, do you agree that all of you know marginal relief? But what you don't remember is कि marginal relief के पहले you don't have to take cess. I want some comment after this answer. Ma'am, I did it correct, I did it wrong. It's okay. भाड़ में जाए बाकी लोग का consciousness. You comment and take the best input of this live discussion. Today is Wednesday, Saturday. We are discussing live paper residential status. Exam from Friday evening to Saturday evening. ठीक है? अच्छा था ये problem. Here you have practiced default tax regime also and the marginal relief also. Chalo. Same way these two problems, I hope these were the very simple. He opted out of 115 BAC. Okay. So what is his income? 1 crore and 1 lakh. So minus 10 lakhs. Remaining income pe 30%. And up to 10 lakhs, we all know. 1,12,500. You all know it or not? 250 तक nil, 250 to 5 lakh, 12,500, 5 lakh to 10 lakh. On the next 5 lakh, 20%. That is 1 lakh. So 10 lakh की income तक, what is the tax? 1,12,500. You have to do the smart work if this comes in MCQ. If you have got correct till here, then this is a 5-mark question. Again, you will get only 2 mark. Because 1 mark for this tax calculation, 1 mark for the relief, and 1 mark for the final tax. 3 marks you will lose, beta. Yeah. So please check up. Now, if you have learned, it's okay. Chapter-wise exams are to gain confidence. No problem. So up to 10 lakh, the tax is 1,12,500. And 10 lakh to 1 crore, 1 lakh, remaining amount pe 30%. Now, because the income exceeded 1 crore, what is the surcharge? 15%. So this is the tax. If 1 crore tak income rehta, so surcharge would have been what? 10% on the tax. How much is excess tax? 1,75,000. What is excess income above 1 crore? 1 lakh. Oh, I earned 1 lakh extra and I'll pay 1,75,000 tax. This is the foolishness. Whatever 1 lakh I'm earning, you take the tax. Bye-bye. So I want a relief of excess tax minus excess income. And this relief, my original tax is the first one. So relief will be given 1 minus 5. And this is your tax payable, and on final tax you add cess. Imagine अगर tax पे surcharge के साथ यहाँ पे cess, your answer will go wrong. Surcharge concept is clear to all of you. You know, finally what happens when you are saying कि I should have earned 1 crore, so I would have paid this tax. So you are finally paying how much tax? 31,93,750. Whatever is your tax on 1 crore plus 1 lakh extra you have, whatever you have earned extra just above 1 crore, give it to government. So this plus 1 lakh indirectly comes. But how do you remember the steps? देखो mind mapping करा रही हूँ, कर सकते हो तो करो. Pause, listen carefully. How do you calculate marginal relief, which comes for 5 marks separately in the CMA and MCQs and case study for CA student? अब भी आया था last 2023 में 5 marks marginal relief. Ma'am, but they didn't say in this problem. How will you come to know if your income is just little above the limit? Now listen. If my income is 1 crore and 1 lakh, I'm paying this tax. If my income is 1 crore, I'm paying this tax with surcharge. I'm paying excess tax, 1 minus 2, say 2 lakhs. But my excess income is only 1 lakh. So this 2 lakh minus 1 lakh, excess income leke jao. I want a relief of the 1 lakh from the first step. When you practice in writing, you will get it. Marginal relief is to be practiced just for 2 times, dear student. Can't say, you all are hardworking, you all are intelligent, but what I am seeing and the results are not coming. हम थोड़ा टिक कर लेते हैं ना, हम थोड़ा चेक कर लेते हैं. एग्जाम में पेन नहीं चलती. Deepti ma'am is giving all the answers in calculator. Just now also I calculated 90,000 into, who will calculate in final exam? So do lot of writing practice with the DT IDT practice batch in YouTube. Write the booster notes what I'm making you write. Take a printout of the DT IDT compiler. Attempt the chapter-wise exam. You will get exemption. It's a promise. And doubts you can keep posting. Within 24 hours, you'll get answer by voice note. Anna? Shall we go on to the next question? Aa This one is same. Oh, 6th question is really superb, I'm saying. Before I go to the 6th one, I want all of you to answer. Is agricultural last question? Huh? I thought it will be over in 45 minutes, but 1 ghanta lag gaya. Is agricultural income taxable or not? No, it is exempt under section 10(1) if it is earned in India. If you receive agricultural income from Malaysia, Singapore, is it taxable? Yes. Income from other sources. Now, agricultural income in India is exempt, but for individual HUF, AOP, BOI, if the agricultural income exceeds 5,000, other income, your business income and all exceeds basic exemption, 2,50,000. You have to pay the tax on step method. What is the step method? Look here. Almost like you can say chota bhai of your marginal relief, but listen. Agricultural income, non-agricultural income, pay the tax. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax. Without says, ma'am, I did the whole steps correct the way you taught in the class. I got 0. मुझे क्या दुश्मनी है इंस्टीट्यूट को? कुछ नहीं. You calculated step 1 से with says gone. Some of the students like, ma'am, कितनी बार repeat कर रहे हो आप? But I am seeing the mistakes in the mock test paper and it hurts. अरे पूरा correct किया है. How you say? If you have done everything correct, but with E says, for every step, how many marks should I give you? Tell me. Are you getting? So, agricultural income, non-agricultural income, calculate the tax without cess. Agricultural income, basic exemption, calculate the tax without cess. 1 minus 2 is your tax payable. On this, minus rebate or add surcharge, jo karna hai karo, and now add the cess, 4%. This is your answer. Ma'am, very easy. But here, I think in the whole 1 hour paper, what I have discussed, this question was little tricky. I gave some special incomes also. So agricultural income and non-agricultural income, calculate the tax. But in non-agricultural income, if there are special income like lottery, crossword puzzle, 30% tax. Long-term capital gain, 20% tax. Normal income, normal tax. Special income, special tax. Followed? That's what is taught to you in the first lecture of the DT. हाँ, आ जाओ देखो. Yeah, so the total income of Rishabh 70 years is 9 lakh, which includes long-term capital gain on sale of land 90,000. This is going to be taxed at what rate? 20%. Winning from lottery 30%. He contributed 1,50,000 in PPF. Will he get ATC ka deduction? Yes. Invested 40,000 in NSE. So 140 and 40. NSE, PPF, LIC, tuition fees, whatever you pay, maximum deduction allowed in ATC is 1,50,000. Okay? Right. But this is all given deduction. But already what they gave you is total income. So can we assume that total income में already ये मिला हुआ है 1,50,000 is already adjusted above in the total income. So this is just for information they have given, but ignore in the exam. Take a pause. Some of you must be surprised, ma'am, why ignore? Because this is not your GTI. GTI में से ATC का डिडक्शन देते हैं. This is your TI, total income. Followed all of you? चलो. Now, normal income 9 lakhs. Agricultural income, how much it is? 150. 10,50,000 pay, you have to calculate the tax. So long-term capital gain 90,000 pay 20%, 18,000. Lottery 60,000 pay 30%, 18,000. And balance of income 90 and 60 just remove. Balance 9 lakh income. He has opted out of 115 BAC. So normal tax regime. 9 lakh default में नहीं जाएंगे. Yeah, up to 3 lakh nil. Why? Because Rishabh is 70 years. 3 lakh to 5 lakh on 2 lakh 5%. And 5 lakh to 9 lakh on 4 lakh 20%, 80,000. How is my speed? Please comment below. And once the live closes, also comment if everything is clear and putting in all these effort for 1 hour, setting the paper for 1 hour, getting it typed again, doing all the final correction myself. So I hope all this effort is helpful. 4 lakh पे भी 20%, 90,000. So what is your tax? यहाँ पे लिखो विदाउट सेस अभी नहीं आना है आपको. चलो now total agricultural income, non-agricultural, pay the tax. Now basic exemption and agricultural income, pay the tax. Agricultural income plus basic exemption, pay the tax. 4,50,000. So up to 3 lakh nil. 1,50,000 pay 5%. 7,500. 1 minus 2 is your tax payment. Take a pause and tell me, is there any rebate ka question? No, because the income exceeded 5 lakh. Ma'am, searcha jayega kya? No, because the income is not exceeding 50 lakhs. So 1 minus 2 is your tax payable on this cess, and this is your final tax payable. Okay? 5-mark question. How many of you have done it correctly? Those who are watching this paper discussion, this question is there in the concept classes app also. This is there in the Telegram and WhatsApp group. Just message and tell me whether you are able to go back in the Telegram group or not. Yeah, all this will be live. Residential status paper discussion will be live on Saturday, 7 p.m. Tomorrow we are doing one-shot revision of costing material chapter. We have already सब live है और अभी मैं आपके सामने हूँ, मतलब you ask and the chat box and it is clear. Please comment. Anusha, Jalaluddin, Rishabh, आप लोग सब comment करो कि how was your experience of writing the exam. It's okay if you have got 2 out of 5. And that feel should come ki, okay, it's not that you don't know marginal relief, but if you have not learned this depth, you need to learn beta. और ये आ जाता है, repeated practice से आ जाता है. Okay? So that's all for today. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining live and, making this happen for us. Very, very happy to see all of you live here. God bless you all. Be so much committed. And any doubts you have, one doubt I have to clear about that long-term capital gain ka rebate. I'll clear it. And see, all the precautions are taken in the paper setting, paper correction. फिर भी अगर कहीं कुछ रह गया, will definitely clarify in the challenges group or the Telegram group. Okay, so watch the residential status practice videos. Hint, deemed resident concept is super important. Okay, and then watch one shot revision video, whatever respective your CMA or CA study material, उसके भी पीछे के question solve करो after the chapter. In that tricky ones I have already added in DT compiler. So what happened, beta? Okay. Okay, no problem, beta. If you have not attempted the sum, अब देखो, maybe you need practice for agricultural income, you can watch the revision videos. Okay, no problem. Make a list कि क्या क्या इसमें से सीखना बाकी है, सीख लो, time है. कल से start your residential status. You have solid 3 days and give 3 hours to tax and other hours definitely you have to give to advanced accounting, to law also. Okay. And immediately after closing this, I'm starting with one-to-ones. So those who have got the slots, be ready. If you don't respond 5 minutes, it will be closed. I'm there to help you all because you all are trusting me that I can help you get good results. Thank you. Bye-bye. If you really like then this question paper, suggested answer and this video, share it with your friends. एक ही जगह ऐसा होता है कि डर है, it's like sitting in the ride. जाइंट व्हील में बैठने में एक बार तो डर लगता है, अरे पेट में कुछ होगा, बट वंस यू सिट, नो, इट इज थ्रिलिंग, यू एंजॉय. दैट्स द सेम वे इट टेक्स अ डेयरिंग टू राइट चैप्टर वाइज एग्जाम, बट 2 decades आर ओवर. आई एम टेलिंग यू 2010, 12, 13, ये जो 10 साल पुराने बैचेस हैं वो भी आज यही बोलते हैं. 2 things have helped them qualify till final. इंटर का जो सॉलिड बेस है, वन इज बूस्टर नोट्स, दैट्स योर DT compiler available. Second is writing chapter wise exam. God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining live. Watch out, something will be there in life. So hit the subscribe and notification button. Bye bye all of you. क्या हेल्प चाहिए बोलो और हार्ड वर्क करो. बाय.